series on my channel that I am going to be calling Sub versus Dub. In this series we'll be comparing subbed anime actors and dubbed anime actors. Sometimes one is better than the other, sometimes they're both very same-ish in their abilities, and sometimes they're both crap. But we will be, in every single one of these episodes, comparing the two together and coming up with a conclusion, which one is better? In this episode, we'll be comparing sub and dub between an anime called Akatsuki No Yona. If you're English, that basically translates into Yona of the Dawn. It's probably one of my favourite animes from like a year ago, and quite honestly, my favourite manga of all time as well. First of all, I have watched and criticised both contestants. From voice pitch, timing, to scripting, and general enjoyment whilst watching the anime. I would like to say, though, the dub has instantly got a point for me because it has Eric Vale in it, probably one of my favourite dubbed actors of all time, and he plays Shinya, probably my favourite character as well, which was a very good move because he does portray the character very well. And also, Joel McDonald does a really, really good job as Jihei, another brilliant character. But the sub is really enjoyable to watch. I actually find some of the pitches and the timing and the overall acting in some places a lot better than the dubbed actors have portrayed. And that definitely goes to the character Hawk as well, because I personally find that is subbed actor Tomoaki Mayono. I believe I might have got that right. I personally think he does a really, really good job as Hawk. I think he portrays the character and the voice pitch a lot better than his English dubbed Christopher Sabat. I love Mr. Sabat a lot, but I think this role wasn't his best, especially because I feel in some places of his portrayal of Hawk, he sounds a lot more uncomfortable than Tomoaki, or Tomaki. But I find that he doesn't fit the character as well as his Japanese sub. What I'm trying to say is his Japanese sub is a lot more comfortable and natural to watch. However, the sub did have some actors in it that I personally didn't think were very good choices for the role. For example, Yona's voice actor, Chiwa Seto. She personally for me was far too high-pitched all the way through the anime for Yona, especially because Yona does develop as a character and does deepen her voice personally. I think she would have grown up her voice a lot more as her character went on, which her dubbed actress, Monica Rial, really does really well. Because at the beginning of the anime and in the flashbacks, she does carry that more innocent, higher pitched tone for Yona, but when she's on the run with Hack and the dragons, she definitely changes her voice to suit the character development a lot better than the Japanese subbed actor Seto does for herself. In that respect, I think the dub does a lot better. I think the female roles are a lot better chosen. Though there aren't a lot of them, I feel like they chose the female dubbed actors a lot better than they did their female subbed actors. The Japanese sub, though, I think does a really brilliant job at scripting. Their script is amazing. I think there isn't very much in the translations that differ between that and the dubbed. But there is just one thing in the dubbed that I personally can't forgive. And that is one person's name in the dubbed that changed from the subbed, and that's Kija's name. For some reason, in the translation, they translated Kija with a K to Gija with a G, and personally, I found that very uncomfortable. When I first heard about this error, I thought, well, it won't change much about the anime for me personally. I understand that sometimes it can be mistranslated. However, because it's only one letter, every single time they talked to Kija face to face or mentioned him, or even he replied his name or anything to do with his name really, it did make me feel embarrassed and they had one job to make sure that the names of the characters were correct, and I just feel like they failed something very, very vital, and that for me kind of ruined his character for the dubbed. However, his VA for the dubbed is very good, and but it was just that one bit that I can't get over. I just can't get over it. But yeah, oh man, it was one letter. I think actually that the subbed is a lot better in the aspect of portraying emotion, apart from Yona's VA, which I mentioned before. But apart from her, everyone else portrays emotion a lot better than they do in the dubbed. For example, Huck, I'll go back to Huck. His Japanese voice actor really makes you believe that he is in love with Yona, whereas his dubbed actor, Christopher Sabat, I know I keep going back to you. If for some reason, Mr. Sabat, you are watching this, I don't hate you as a voice actor, I just think this is your not as good as role as you have done previously. But I just feel like the Japanese voice actor, especially when he thinks about how much he wants to protect Yona, or the moments where he is confused about whether or not he has feelings for Yona, I feel like the Japanese voice actor does it a lot better than the dubbed. For instance, Soo-won's character, I feel like the dubbed didn't portray the changes in Soo-won's personality when he goes from being really lovely and very kind to when he's being very serious and being an emperor. I think the dubbed, again, does a very good job in separating that. And personally, I feel inner emotions of the character are portrayed way better in the sub than they are in the dubbed. Due to just the pitches of their voices, and overall, you can feel the expressions a lot easier in the subbed from the dubbed. So who's won this round? I can now announce that a trophy of sorts has gone to the subbed of Akatsuki No Yona. I just personally found that overall it was very enjoyable to watch. The voice actors, apart from Yona's voice actress, were very enjoyable, very, very human, very understanding, and you could also believe the character a lot more than in the dubbed. The dubbed, however, isn't horrible. I do recommend watching both, but I just feel personally that the subbed has done a lot better this round. I just hope that in season 2, because hopefully we will get a season 2 of Akatsuki no Yona, I do hope that the dubbed actors do find themselves a bit more and do find the difference between one way and the other of emotion. Again, that was only for a selected few of that cast. Some of the cast did a very good job in that, but personally I find the subbed overall had a lot more people who understood the characters a lot more. And for the love of God, dubbed, it's Keija, not Geisha. For God's sake, please change it. Yeah, we would all love you if you changed it. we would love it if you changed it to Keija. I hope you enjoyed this first ever episode of Sub vs Dub. Please leave a like, and also in the comments below, please give me some suggestions of which anime you want me to compare the sub and dub to. Also, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer sub or dub? Which anime does it better? Have a little discussion down below. And remember, please subscribe. I'm Be Better, and I